Maybe I can introduce you to butter sausage.
You're probably wondering, how did we get here? Let me explain. A few months ago, I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw that James Charles put up a video and he called it the TikTok Bachelor.
I feel like this can't hurt, and I don't think it'll turn into a scandal either, so I guess here goes nothing.
I think I'm a catch, so I duetted his video. And then I waited, and waited, and waited. Alright, hear me out. I'm not like the other LA boys. James's time is valuable, so I'm not here to waste it, I'm here to make the most of it. I am adaptable, but I am unique, so I guess you could say that I blend, but don't blend in. Subscribe for more quality content. But I never heard back. My Wattpad fantasy of early morning banter in bed with James was shattered. Until I saw this. You know I'm always busy carping all them DMs, so I jumped on the audition tape. And I think I made a pretty convincing argument.
Oh, this is the TikTok guy. Hey.
Hi, what's up, DN?
As you can see, I got on. But first, let me introduce you to the judges.
Pretend boyfriend?
Yeah,
is this
what do you mean?
Wattpad? What are you talking about?
DN, I like your energy. I like your energy. There's something about you.
So you kind of thought that like dips his wick in right?
guys.
Okay, well, fuck me, right? Wait,
Okay,
why is
did
that?
not expect.
And
Damn straight fuck
So you
boy.
fake date?
My ass.
Hey Doc,
gonna
at
do
least
it
you're
out
not
of spite
visually
now.
boring.
Easy!
I think I was led into a false sense of security, but I'll let you be the judge of that. Let's see what they had to say.
I remember you, I think.
I've seen your
Really?
TikToks. Definitely the ones that you're like posing as James Charles. 100%.
Girl, you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
How the hell are you
said
single?
Polish
No,
names.
no. How have you been single?
Seriously.
Right.
I feel like you would understand James in that sense because I
Yeah.
feel like
You're
James
really
does
not
work a
easy.
lot.
This guy's killing it! This guy is killing this fucking interview, okay? Let me tell
I
you
love
that.
that.
All
I
right?
love that.
I love that. That's good shit right there. That's
That's
good
awesome.
shit.
That's
Oh, good answer.
Okay.
Have you seen what he looks like? Of course he's gonna waste his time getting to know him.
All right, let me
Like
tell
the
you something, you
straight man.
motherfucker. All right, let me tell you something, DN. You got the jawline of Zeus himself, all right?
What?
I
did you
said
think?
Leo.
I thought you were a Sagittarius because you're very optimistic and you like to travel. So
I did not expect to cancel.
Yeah, you're doing fine though. I mean, you're doing amazing.
You show a lot of potential.
I thought I was pretty entertaining. H-bone? I don't know, you're in a supermarket?
Rob, just wait, hold on a minute.
Even the chat was rooting for me. But I guess having the jawline of Zeus himself was not enough to beat out the competition. The full lineup was released and I was not on it. So, after I got over my initial
Outrage.
at the injustice, I decided to grab my popcorn and see who beat me out in a bid for James's heart. Yeah, I know. I knew immediately that I had to right this wrong. So, come with me. Let me show you what should have happened.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
hello to all the sisters and everybody else that is watching. I am really excited for today's show, but also extremely, extremely nervous. But it's going to be a very fun next couple of hours. So I hope that everybody will tune in and hopefully have a great time.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Welcome to Lover House featuring James Charles. Mr.
DN.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
So my name is Daniel. I was born in Poland, but I actually live in Ireland at the moment, which is probably why my accent is a little bit weird. I love traveling. I love making people laugh. I love creating content and achieving new goals. Oh, also I love puzzles.
Love that.
I want to know, in a situation where maybe a sister gets a little too crazy around James and you're with him, what would be your reaction?
Every relationship kind of ends up developing a secret language when it comes to certain situations. We could have a particular, maybe a sign, a word or whatever that he can let me know. Obviously there are certain situations where I'm more than happy to kind of step in between as more like a shield.
So I'd like to ask the men, if you'd be okay with it, where they would take you on a date if you were to go out.
Love that question.
So James, I think you said that you like escape rooms, right? Well, not quite an escape room, but I'd be more than happy to take you on a bit of a scavenger hunt around LA. Obviously LA is massive, so we could maybe drive around, listen to some of our favorite music, have a bit of a carpool karaoke. And then afterwards, I'd be more than happy to cook you dinner. I think I can cook quite well.
Why the fuck you lying?
And then we could watch a movie after, maybe like a horror film, maybe do a little bit of cuddling.
So in this round, the 6 remaining contestants are going to explain why or if they chose love.
Yeah.
Oh.
James, this is where you're going to have an opportunity to really dig into that intuition that you alluded to at the beginning of the show.
Well, first of all, in terms of our personality, I think we're actually quite compatible. So one of the things that I really love about you is that you seem quite happy to uplift the people around you, like your friends, family. And secondly, in the past number of years, I've really been working on myself mentally and physically. I had a really rough time in my final year of high school where I had to kind of couch surf a bit because coming out didn't really go quite as planned with my parents. And now I feel like I'm in a much better place in my life. And, I genuinely think we'd be a good fit. So I'd really like to know you better, James.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That works.
So the one thing that I really, really want to hear from everybody is, what would your ideal plan be for the relationship in terms of meeting, getting together, travel?
I know that Americans are still currently allowed into Ireland. James would be more than happy to come visit if you wanted to see some of our leprechaun land. I cannot promise a lot of good weather, but I can promise a good time. I think if 2 people are willing to put in the effort and we feel if there's genuinely something there, you can absolutely make it happen. If we wanted to FaceTime right before bed, I could ask maybe his PA to maybe set me up on a FaceTime call, put me in his bed so that I can fall asleep. But when he comes home and goes to bed, he could try and wake me up. We can maybe have a little chat if he manages to get me up, and we can fall asleep to get on FaceTime. You don't have to be there physically for a relationship to work. It's much nicer if you are there physically, but in the meantime, you just have to find a way to work around that.
I think I would like to know from the guys, I would love everyone to tell me 2 turnoffs that they have. One regular romantic and one sexual.
So in terms of personal turnoffs, I guess I would probably say people that are selfish, because I find it very difficult to communicate with people who are selfish. A lot of times the conversations tend to be very one-sided. In terms of sexual turn-offs, I'd probably have to say if someone's not very passionate and they're kind of just boring, I guess, in bed. So, I mean, I like to make sure that it stays fresh and fun. So
Absolutely.
What would your future with James Charles look like?
I'd love to get to know you a lot more, James, and get to know more of you as a person, because the little glimpses that I've seen, I've found you very intriguing and I found myself agreeing with you a lot. So I'd love to get to know the person behind all of this, the person who has so much drive and ambition and so many creative ideas. I could see us going on a lot of really great adventures together, maybe traveling to a few different places, but certainly creating many, many happy memories.
James, what does your future with your significant other look like?
I think more than anything, I'm just really ready to just be with somebody and, really get to know somebody and figure out what it's actually like to have somebody wake up with you in the morning and, play Among Us together or watch Minecraft videos together or do escape rooms together or chill while I'm filming my 87th YouTube video that particular week. So I think it's just really about like finding like that best friend that also doubles, you know, as a romantic partner as well.
It has come down to this. One last round on Lover Host featuring James Charles.
Have you ever visited America before or no?
I have actually a few times, yeah. I really love California. I've been to Hawaii, Florida, California, obviously, Vermont, which is a beautiful state. And if you haven't been there, I definitely need to take you. And New York.
The new house has a major, massive backyard, so we've honestly been spending so much time outside. We built an outdoor kitchen in the backyard.
When I was growing up in Poland, we had really nice warm summers, and we always used to barbecue. And maybe I can introduce you to Polish sausage.
Oh.
I have a question for you, James. Who has inspired you the most in your life?
Honestly, my core friend group is like my entire world. I mean, I know that that's multiple people, but they like the Kitty Girls are truly like everything in my entire life. I just love them so much, and they've been my number one like fans and friends since I started. And social media a few years ago, that definitely really helped me get through a lot of like really fucking awful times. And I would definitely also have to say another duo will be Lewis and Anthony, who I know we're also watching in another room. Anthony I've known since I was in 3rd grade, and he's always been my best friend. And I'm just really grateful for both of them because they've both been through a lot and they've seen everything. Like the good, the bad, and the ugly. So yeah. Shit, sorry.
Thank you for sharing that. You know, I think it's very telling that, you know, you get so emotional speaking about the people closest to you. You know, I think it speaks volumes that, you know, you're able to, you know, sit here and allow yourself to be emotional when you're speaking about, you know, the people that you care so much about and the people that helped you so much. It's important to be able to recognize that. If I had to choose who inspired me the most, I know that you mentioned that you have a group of best friends that you really care a lot about, and you know, clearly because like you have a whole group chat with them right now and they're advising you on who would be your best match. I would say Hannah, who is, you know, my best friend and my current roommate, would probably be the person who has inspired me the most in my life and also probably made the most impact. But she basically, you know, saved my life, I would say, and has been here through the ups and downs. And, you know, my life certainly isn't like super successful quite yet or super glamorous, but it's a lot more glamorous than it was, you know, 5-6 years ago. And she was there then and she's here now. Family is not just blood, and she definitely is my family.
James, you now have a decision to make. It is now between
Deeyen
and Lorenzo. The winner of Lover House featuring James Charles is
Deeyen.
Ladies and gentlemen!
Ew. My best friend's just in the other room and I just heard her screaming.
It is time to reveal whether
Deeyen
chose love or host.
God, I hate this. I absolutely hate this.
He chose love! Congratulations!
Let's go!
Love!
This thing called love.
I ship it, so if you want to be a part of this love story, get this to James. Tweet the link at him, DM him on Instagram, comment on his Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Hell, even use the hashtag DameZarls to get him to notice it. And James, if you're watching this, DM me. Let me cook you dinner. That's all I'll say. I think I made a pretty good case. Lastly, a huge shout out to Gondok and, you know, the team that let me on the auditions. It was a great experience, so if anyone is ever thinking of going on Love or Host or auditioning for it, please do. I'll put all of their links down in the description below, so make sure to check them out. So, as always, if you've enjoyed any of this, please make sure to give it a like, make sure to subscribe. We're trying to get to 10K. Comment down below what else you want to see. Obviously, please make sure to get it to James. Use the hashtag DameZarls, and I hope you have a good day and have a good life. See ya!